first flight of every day, and after getting refueled, you need to check the tanks. You stick them and drain out any water that might have accumulated in it. Okay, so we're going to go around here and check, make sure everything's closed up. Nothing is bent, the aircraft looks straight, no toppled rivets. Check the antennas. Make sure that the tail feathers are hooked on good. And that any place that moves, that there's a nut and a bolt and it's safetied. If there was any water that would be down, it would show down here at the bottom. You want to check for any sediments and stuff like that. Then we'll use this gas to kill the weeds. We would check and make sure that the flaps are not binding and everything is safety and moving properly. Looking for is anything that just doesn't look right. Nicks, bends. Like I say, if there was a toppled rivet, you would actually see it cocked. And there would be a whole line of them if the aircraft had been stressed in some way or run into something. Any dents. Gas gauges are notoriously inaccurate, so besides checking the ones inside, you want to actually get under and check it. Make sure the fuel level is where it's supposed to be. Saw go off down there. That's the lowest part in the fuel system. So any water that may have been up there may have worked its way down there before it goes into the carburetor. That's the lowest spot, so it will drain anything out. We'll watch the prop and make sure that we're standing away from it in case there's a bad P lead. You can actually start the engine. Pushing it backwards is a safer thing to do. We're going to check the prop, make sure there's no dents or dings. And if there's a thud rather than a ring, you would know that there was a crack or something in it. Now, these aircraft get flown all the time, but some that don't, you'd want to check in case a bird had gotten in there and built a bird's nest in there, and it would stop the air going in there to cool the engine. That just doesn't look quite right. Okay, this is a static port that vents the altimeter, the airspeed indicator, and the vertical. Tells you how fast you're going up and down. Vertical speed indicator. Okay. Alrighty. Switch on. Okay, what we're going to do to check one VOR against another. These are radios that we navigate with and talk on. And this airport sits on the 53-degree radial of the Pomona VOR at the approach end. And so that's what I'm dialing up now, is 53 degrees, and we can check these two radios against one another to see that they're working, and we know where we are, that this is, this is close enough for us to go under instrument conditions. We're allowed 4 and we're off about 1 degree there.